think very important that we always link all the debates about innovation also to how this affects our democratic future. Now, it's a global challenge, and I'm very excited. I think Ghana is very well off in the race, certainly, and not only compared to neighboring countries in Africa, but also compared to my home country in some aspects. If I look at the extent of how money transfer, digital money transfer is used in your country, Germany is far, far behind. So I'm very excited to see how Germany and Ghana will be in 10 years from here. I just learned when I left my embassy that Ghana qualified for the World Championship in Qatar. So, and I never forget this exciting game in 2014 in Brazil, where we really were very lucky to succeed at the end of a very, very tough game with you. I'm not sure who will be the winner of the race in the digital field. I'm very excited. This meeting will certainly be fruitful. I hope you will all take best advantage of the platform that Israel and Germany and the Ghanaian government offer to you. Thank you very much, and have an exciting week.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. We're grateful to you, Your Excellency, Mr. Daniel Krul, for those reassuring words. And now to the startup nation of the world, where it's believed innovation is Israel and Israel is innovation. I give to you the Ambassador Designate, Her Excellency Shlomit Shufa.
Good morning, everybody. I'm really excited to be here, but I will start with protocol. So, Your Excellency, Vice President of Ghana, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, Your Excellency, Ambassador Krul, Mr. Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Afuria, collaborating partners from GIZ, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. I'm very delighted to join you this morning to open the Ghana Digital Innovation Week. I have been looking forward to this since I arrived in Ghana in August. I'm extremely excited about this initiative. As you all know, the State of Israel prides itself as the startup nation, driven by high-tech innovation. We have a country that has emerged from the desert sands without natural resources, facing turmoil and conflicts, to beat the odds and become an unprecedented global leader in innovation. Additionally, our entrepreneurial spirit is rooted in our history of overcoming obstacles. And today, we are home to a myriad pioneering startups in sectors such as agrotech, high-tech, life sciences, biotech, among others. This is a result of government's efforts in supporting research and development by collaborating with academia and industry. It is at the back of this success that as an embassy, we envisage the need for us to collaborate with relevant stakeholders in Ghana to support and in structuring and shaping the innovation ecosystem in Ghana for development. Your Excellencies, this trilateral cooperation between Israel, International Agency for Development, Mashav, the German Corporation for Development, GIZ, and the government of Ghana started in 2020 with a series of workshops and training for high-level partnership participants from various governments, agencies, and ministries. This was to engage participants on the policy-making and implementation as the government champions its Ghana Beyond Aid agenda through innovation. In July this year, we also led a delegation from Ghana to Israel to study our innovation ecosystem. The tour included visits to our Ministry of Science, the Tel Aviv Academia, and many other places and stakeholders. Beyond this cooperation, I must also add that our Trade and Economic Mission has also been working tirelessly to support Ghana's digital innovation agenda. And since 2018, they have been working hard to continue to promote business-to-business opportunities between Israeli and Ghana businesses in fields such as fintech, cybersecurity, innovation, agriculture, water, digital health, and many, many more. Your Excellencies, we are very excited to be part of Ghana Digital Innovation Week, which provides a platform to celebrate the accomplishments of Ghana's digital innovation ecosystem and build momentum towards a shared vision for its future development. I can confidently assure you that the State of Israel is ready to join in all other relevant stakeholders in implementing this agenda. And we would like to join in configuring the innovation paradigm of Ghana to make it the go-to market and ecosystem in sub-Saharan Africa, to address some of Africa's digital economic drawbacks. We look forward to engaging government more to set up the necessary policies that strives to birth a more digitally cohesive Ghana, where digital innovation becomes the norm and the mainstay of approaching critical economic and social initiatives and interventions that touch people's lives and assures enabling environment for businesses to thrive. On Thursday, we will hold a one-day workshop, an interactive session on building an innovative business. This is in partnership with the University of Ghana as part of the activities of this week. I earnestly look forward to this session as we seek to equip participants with the best practices from Israel on how to grow businesses that remain competitive through innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, this week promises to be an exciting one, not just for us as an embassy, but for Ghana as it seeks to stimulate and boost the appetite of all stakeholders to have an action oriented towards digitalization and innovation. I believe this is just the beginning of many more collaborations in promoting and strengthening Ghana's innovation ecosystem. Distinguished guests, as we join efforts to celebrate Ghana's Digital Innovation Week, I would like to leave you with an inspiring quote by Robert Kennedy, who said, "I dream of things that are not and ask, why not?" I hope this week we will be able to dream, plan, and create things that are not and make them a reality. Thank you.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. We're grateful to you, Your Excellency, Madam Shlomi Shufa, for those very thoughtful remarks. And so this is where we end the goodwill messages from our partners and zoom straight into our keynote address. This morning we're reflecting on a very important theme, which basically enjoins all of us to mobilize collective action and investment to catalyze growth in Ghana's innovation ecosystem. It's important that while Ghana makes strides in this regard, we glean from the experiences of others who are also making such strides. One nation which certainly joins us in this great crusade is the Republic of Rwanda. And the capital, Kigali, that great city on 1,000 hills, will soon be home to the state-of-the-art technology center, cluster, I beg your pardon, to be a mixed-use master-planned innovation digital hub, a multi-million-dollar project by the government of Rwanda called the Kigali Innovation Center. At the helm of this mandate is Tessie Rusagara, I beg your pardon, the MD at Kigali Innovation City, with a depth of experience in finance, investor relations, and business development, economic policy and strategy, digital infrastructure, as well as corporate innovation. She holds an MBA from the Stanford University Graduate School of Business, and her publication, Rwanda, The Nexus Between Leadership, ICT, and Business, is featured in the World Economic Forum feature on Government Smart Toolbox 2014. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Managing Director, Kigali Innovation City, Madam Tessie Rusagara.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of Ghana, Excellencies, Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology, and Innovation, Deputy Minister of Communications and Digitalization, Minister of Trade and Industry, Excellencies, Ambassador of Germany to Ghana, Ambassador of Israel to Ghana, and Ambassador of the United States of America to Ghana, esteemed partners and guests, all protocols observed, good morning. I want to start off by extending my gratitude to both the government of Ghana and the other organizers, GIZ and Mashav, for the invitation to Ghana Digital Innovation Week. Your invitation to me to join this platform is a testament to our shared ambition for Pan-African ecosystem integration and building bridges across our ecosystems. In addition, your commitment to creating opportunities such as the Ghana Digital Innovation Week to connect and engage with innovators proves that startups are an essential driver of Africa's growth story. My name is Tessie Rusagara, and I'm the Managing Director of the Kigali Innovation City. Our mission at KIC is to nurture and accelerate the tech and innovation ecosystem for Rwanda, and Africa and the globe. We're doing this by providing both the physical infrastructure, by creating a Pan-African technology park, as well as working with different ecosystem actors to identify market gaps that limit the growth of our innovation ecosystem. KIC is at the core of Rwanda's vision to transform our country into a knowledge-based economy, a vision that we share with the Republic of Ghana. This vision started in 2020 with the foundations: policy, talent, institutions, and infrastructure. In the last decade, more efforts have been made and put on public service digitalization and growing the private sector, and the startup ecosystem is an integral part of those efforts. When you look at Rwanda and the continent in general, we're just at the beginning of the digital revolution. I couldn't agree more with our opening spoken word performer. This year alone, Africa is on track to attract at least $3 billion in venture capital investment. And we've seen more startups in Africa join unicorn status. But when you look at where Africa lies compared to other regions, we're still far behind in indicators that show the growth of the startup ecosystem. And ladies and gentlemen, that speaks to the opportunities that lie ahead. So what must we do or continue to do to harness these opportunities? For starters, our future has to be Pan-African, and we must ask ourselves each day, what are we doing to achieve this? At the Kigali Innovation City, our anchor universities, from Carnegie Mellon University Africa to the African Leadership University to the African Institute of Mathematical Sciences, are all Pan-African. Typically, their student body is 50% Rwandan, 50% from the rest of Africa. At our last count, we had over 40 African countries represented within that ecosystem. So what does this mean? It means that students will co-found startups with nationals from other countries, or startups and companies can come and hire nationals from other African countries. So when we start to talk about scaling to African markets, it starts with understanding those markets, understanding our complexities. And these talent pools are at your disposal and are able to help you execute that vision. The second important driver of our ecosystems are our governments. Governments have a strong role to play in driving ecosystem growth, including in putting events such as the Digital Innovation Week together. And I'll quickly touch on 3 examples from Rwanda. The first way the government can support growth is by being a customer for innovation. Africa needs locally rooted solutions, and the public sector is one of the biggest spenders in Africa. However, when you look at most of our public procurement systems, they're not geared for innovation. They're looking for tried and tested solutions that fit our tender templates. But this may not always be the work in fast-moving technology landscape, and when you look at the vast size of problems that we have on the continent that we still need to solve. In Rwanda, our Ministry of ICT and Innovation has been piloting a procurement for innovation policy. So how does this work? Instead of tendering out an RFP with specifications, looking for exactly what you want, you tender out the problem. And you give innovators the opportunity to present how they would solve this solution and co-develop and co-create those solutions with you based on your unique problem statements. The second role that the government needs to play is that ensuring our policy and regulatory landscape is evolving. And it's not static. Therefore, we need to remain flexible and we need to remain agile in policy making. And that's one of the reasons why you'll see that a lot of the programming, even this week, is dedicated to policy making and understanding how policy is done. Policy and regulations usually lag innovation, but innovation also provides an opportunity for progressive policy making. When Zipline, the drone company that's now operating in both Rwanda and Ghana, came to Rwanda, we didn't have any regulations or policies around drones. But this gave us an opportunity to co-create those regulations. Similarly, when Babel, a UK digital health startup that recently listed on the New York Stock Exchange, entered Rwanda as its second market, we had to adopt policies that would allow for reimbursement of insurance via telemedicine, policies that didn't exist before. Going forward, the government of Rwanda has established partnerships, including with the World Economic Forum, to create a Center for AI Policy and Innovation that will work with both industry and the government to establish and pilot policies that are relevant to the fourth industrial revolution. Lastly, to touch on what else the government can do. Earlier I talked about the $3 billion that Africa is on, in terms of venture capital financing, that Africa might hit in 2021. Most of this financing remains foreign sourced. The lack of risk financing at early stages and domestic sources of financing will limit our ecosystems and prevent innovative ideas from getting to market. Typically, when a foreign venture capitalist is looking at a market, they will also ask who else is investing. So if you don't have your local investors, your angel networks, and local fund managers in the ecosystem, it limits how much they too will invest and how much confidence they'll have in our ecosystems. So here's another opportunity for government-led programs like the Rwanda Innovation Fund, the Ghana Venture Capital Trust Fund, to catalyze investment and build local fund manager expertise to support local ecosystem growth. The last point I'll make is that government is not the only answer to harnessing and growing the innovation ecosystem. And we need to build ecosystems that bring in all the different actors. And we need to take an ecosystem approach when we're growing our technology industry. This requires strengthening linkages across all sectors. We need to build interconnected systems and break the silos that exist because those only increase failure within our startups. So effective innovation is really dependent on the involvement, agency, and support of all the actors, from our existing private sector to the venture capitalists to other entrepreneurs who provide mentorship, who are sign the initial checks in startups, to the government and to academia. At the Kigali Innovation City, our vision is to take a location-based approach to building the ecosystem, providing the infrastructure to allow for co-location and proximity, as this leads to familiarity, which eventually fuels the collaboration and breaks those silos that we're talking about. In addition, we work with different actors to identify and fill other market gaps. GIZ's Make IT program has been supporting our early stage financing initiative programs. We have, similarly, a digital transformation center, which also supports the co-creating of solutions between government and startups. So to close, I'll go back to the question I asked earlier. What must we continue to do? So the 3 points that I would like to make sure we all leave with are: 1, embracing Pan-Africanism, having a Pan-African strategy and sourcing Pan-African talent. Secondly, adopting flexibility and agility in our policy making. This is both for those of us who are in government, but also a big role for the private sector, as you play a pivotal role in guiding us to understand how technology is changing and what policies and regulations are required to support you. And lastly, building interconnected ecosystems with involvement from all the different actors, from academia, from the private sector, from the government, from the financiers. So thank you all for inviting me to share with you about our journey, but also to learn from you. And I'm looking forward to a productive week ahead here in Accra at the Ghana Digital Innovation Week. Thank you.
One more time, if you may, a round of applause for that very insightful keynote address by the Managing Director of Kigali Innovation City, Tessy Rusagara. If you're joining us online, if you're joining us on radio, if you're joining us on television, this is the first Ghana Digital and Innovation Week under the auspices of the Office of the Vice President of the Republic in collaboration with GIZ on behalf of the government of Germany. Today, it's important that we recognize the role of innovation in Ghana, and that's why in the wisdom of the President of the Republic, he established, in addition to the Ministry of Environment, a Science, Technology, and Innovation Center. Would you please make welcome the Minister, yours and mine, the Honorable Dr. Kweku Efriye, for his address.
Thank you very much. I believe mine is not exactly an address. We will have our day on Wednesday, and then you will see Mercy in its element. But, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, please indulge me a little bit, because I know that you are the spiritual leader and master of the Boolean data type in Ghana, and also maybe what I call probabilistic logic, and then also, if I will stop myself here, organization of stochastic processes in this country. Because what we are doing, or what you are leading, is very, very important for the development of this country. But Your Excellency, more of that on Wednesday. Your Excellency, the Ambassador of Germany to Ghana, Mr. Daniel Krul, His Excellency Shlomit Sufa, Ambassador-designate of Israel for Ghana, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, and Your Excellency, I've said I'm a friend and a self-appointed half-citizen of Hadera in Israel, colleague ministers of state, Ghana's development partners present today, members of the diplomatic corps, heads of agencies and other institutions present, chief directors, friends from the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I think I've exhausted it, so there's nothing like no protocol, all protocols there. Good morning, and I think it's an honor for me to join our partners for innovation in welcoming you to the first edition of Ghana Digital Innovation Week. And I want to take the opportunity to express my gratitude to the organizers of this great event for bringing such a diverse group of partners and stakeholders of innovation together with the people of Ghana, and for granting me such a great opportunity to deliver these brief remarks. The Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology, and Innovation recognizes the role that research and innovation in general, and digital innovations in particular, play in the development agendas of leading economies of the world and its impact on the living standards of their people. That's why our country has placed science, technology, and innovation at the center of our national development agenda as we strive towards Ghana Beyond Aid. And indeed, we've said that even if the average taxi driver doesn't have what is not exactly well-versed in science and technology issues, you should know how scientists work or think. And with the team mobilizing collective action and investment to catalyze growth in Ghana's innovation ecosystem, the Ghana Digital Innovation Week provides a great platform for us to define how we are going to employ ST&I as the catalyst for achieving the great national vision. Together with a shift in the mindset of our people, a shift in the mindset of our people towards becoming champions and drivers of innovation, I believe the achievements of Ghana Digital Innovation Week will motivate the government, the private sector, academia, and our development partners to support mobilization of investments and other resources that our country needs to develop and strengthen Ghana's innovation ecosystem. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, MESTI is playing a role of a coordinator and working very closely with all our colleague ministries, particularly Ministry of Communication and Digitalization, Trade and Industry, Food and Agriculture, Education and Health, as well as academia and the private sector to develop the innovation ecosystem. Indeed, if I may use football speak, MESTI is the Thomas Partey of all the sectors, and we are an enforcer. We get the ball, we trap it, we dribble, and we place the ball to the person who is in a better position to score. That is my job. So you don't expect that I will be at the forefront. I'm willing to, or MESTI is willing to celebrate with a person or the sector who scores. But that, again, is for the third day. We are also working with our development partners, Germany, Israel, South Korea, the UK, and Canada, who are currently providing both technical and financial support to make this happen. And again, let me say that, yes, they might be leading, but when it comes to digital systems, we are not far left behind. After all, it is a phenomenon which started only a few generations back, even though it's rooted in history. Indeed, when we talk about digital systems, one begins to wonder why it was not discovered and applied a lot earlier in human development. It's a very wonderful thing, because it's all based on the idea of digital digits, 0 and 1, and logic, which is applied to it, and you build up the system. But again, more of that later. Your Excellency, we believe that we are very grateful for their support, and I wish to take this opportunity to say a big thank you for their support. Ladies and gentlemen, Like I've said, Day 3 of the Ghana Digital Innovation Week has been designated as the Makers Day and has been set aside for MESTI and our partners to speak or to spark creative problem solving. And I entreat a lot of you to be present on Day 3. We are to inspire practical making and hands-on innovations. It is also set aside to advance national conversation on Ghana's innovation policy, MESTI's plan for the commercialization of research and innovation, the purpose of the Ghana Innovation and Research and Commercialization Center, and the role that MESTI plays in all this. MESTI is being ably supported by the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Agriculture, academia, and our research and technology agencies. I want to take this opportunity to urge all those who have joined us today and those who will join us during all these week's events from tomorrow on to tune in and participate in the activities planned for the Makers Day. We will use the occasion to outline in more detail how MESTI, that for those of you, maybe the acronym is Minister of Environment, Science, Technology, and Innovation, how MESTI plans to work with our colleagues and partners to develop and strengthen Ghana's innovation ecosystem, and how we intend to make technology and innovation one of the most critical tools for our nation's development. Once again, I welcome you all to Ghana and to the Ghana Digital Innovation Week. I wish all of us a very productive engagement, valuable knowledge exchange, exciting exhibitions, and fruitful networking. Akwaba.
We're grateful to you, Ghana's Minister for Environment, Science, Technology, and Innovation, for painting a clear picture of what this event really is about. As the Minister alluded to earlier, our drive to build a very robust ecosystem hinges on the interdependence of many sectors. One of such sectors, ladies and gentlemen, is the Ministry for Communication and Digitalization. It is proper that we receive some remarks from them. The Deputy Minister speaks on behalf of the Honorable Minister. Please make welcome the Honorable Ama Poma Boateng.
Thank you. I'm not good at football, but I know that Ministry of Communications and Digitalization is all that the poet talked about earlier on. We are digitalizing, I have to get the word right. We are digitalizing everything. My Honorable Minister for Science and Technology spoke about. Your Excellency, the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the Minister for Environment, Science, Technology, and Innovation, Honorable Dr. Kwekwe Friyeh, the Deputy Minister for Trade, the German Ambassador, the Israeli Ambassador, Canada Ambassador, United States Ambassador, heads of institutions, my friend from Kigali, media, our virtual participants, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I commend the Planning Committee for putting together such an important program. MOCD is happy to support and be an integral part of this program in building a common vision for Ghana's development. Once again, thank you and Akwaba to the program. We are a government focused and committed to building a world-class digital economy that is in tandem with global standards. The world in which we live is one that relies on technology, data, speed, and convenience, and our constituents expect a fast, responsive experience. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, MOCD is mandated to lead the digital transformation agenda, and this requires an integrated view of understanding technologies, driving the change and innovation. Through this integrated view, MOCD supports and unlocks the enormous benefits of digital technologies while minimizing the risk they present both now and in the future. Innovation is at the heart of our mandate, and we encourage it wherever we can so that we can use technology as an engine for growth and cement Ghana's position as the technology capital of West Africa. Through our agencies, we work with a vision to facilitate the development of a reliable and cost-effective world-class communications infrastructure and services, driven by appropriate technological innovations, accessible by all citizens to enhance the promotion of economic competitiveness in a knowledge-based environment. With this vision, MOC is ably supported by its agencies, National Communications Authority, National Information Technology Agency, Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communications, Ghana Domain Name Registry, Accra Digital Center, Advanced Information Technology, that is the Kofi Annan Center for Excellence, Ghana Meteorological Agency, our Courier and Postal Services Agency, Ghana Post as well, the Cybersecurity Authority, and the Data Protection Commission. We are the government's go-to organization for digital innovations and management, regulations, standards, skills support, business incubations and accelerations, and other support dedicated to nurturing digital innovations. We continue to galvanize support and funds for the digital ecosystem. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, service innovations, product innovations, and process innovations with the availability of data are creating a lot of opportunities for innovative digital ideas for government, businesses, and entrepreneurs. And leveraging the data is a critical part of digital transformation and innovations. Reimagining data to solve challenges uncovers new business values and innovation for local and global solutions. In this pro-growth data regime, MOCD continues to build in international considerations and adoptions through the work of our agencies that drives innovations and growth across digital markets and across borders. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have also initiated meaningful projects to achieve the long-term vision of an inclusive digital economy. In September 2021, 50 female tertiary students across the country were trained over a 3-week intensive period on artificial intelligence, coding, and cybersecurity. At the end of the session, these ladies developed 4 digital innovative ideas, namely UniHealth, Digital Parliament, Soil Fertility Tester, and Smart Irrigation. With digital product management training and support from Kofi Annan Center of Excellence and Accra Digital Center, these female young students are being groomed to be tech entrepreneurs. In October 2021, about 60,000 high school girls in Ashanti, Eastern and Central regions were also trained on cybersecurity. The motive was not only for the girls to stay safe online, but also to create a cybersecurity innovation network. We are nurturing these high school students to identify and create innovative solutions by becoming early-stage cybersecurity entrepreneurs. Cybersecurity is required to facilitate Ghana's economic growth, protect the critical infrastructures, and also maintain political stability. And it is important we create digital innovations in that space. With the appropriate funds and fund, these high school students can be coached to have compelling digital products and service solutions to keep individuals and businesses safe online. Ghana India Kofi Annan Center of Excellence has also created a digital solution called Edunos for the education community. Nyansapo operating system has also been developed to suit Ghanaian digital environment. Our Ghana Meteorological Agency cannot be left out. It continues to create apps and groom young people to come up with innovations to better anticipate and respond to weather events and climate change. MOCD is creating regional innovation hubs and seeks for partnerships. I would like to take this opportunity to mention one of such examples, which is our partnership with GIZ. With GIZ's Digital Transformation Centers. And this is helping us to expand our community information centers in 5 regions. We are also delighted to welcome our partner, Smart Africa from Rwanda, to this week's program. As a catalyst, MOCD continues to accelerate digital innovations through collaborations and information sharing. We look forward to discussions on having a dedicated digital innovation fund, franchise exhibition opportunities for the innovations, and percentages of government businesses allocated to our homegrown digital innovations. Also, to invest in building connectivity infrastructure. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, technologies evolve constantly, and MOCD will constantly build on that progress, create the enabling environment, and encourage budding entrepreneurs and innovators to work and provide solutions across industries. We are convinced that the Ghana Digital Innovation Week celebration and activities will help ignite innovative ways of pursuing Ghana's digital development agenda. Once again, I would like to congratulate all partners and stakeholders for making this program possible. I wish us fruitful conversations. MOCD's day is tomorrow, and we hope to see you all. Thank you.
Evolution is an indelible part of humanity. As man evolves in creation, so has the way we live and do business. Allow me to take you on a short trip down memory lane here in Ghana. Remember when we sent mails via post and telegram? Keeping paper records and writing in large ledger books. Then came the personal computers that made documentation and storage of information a lot easier. The game changer, perhaps, was the internet and mobile telephony. And now every Ghanaian could say, Mijina Bontaina Mekasa. Connecting globally was at our fingertips, bringing a complete transformation of how we communicate and do business. So much power in the hands of man, and on it rested our digital transformational journey in Ghana. Financial digital innovation milestones in Ghana includes the MICA checks in 1997, Ghana Interbank Settlement System in 2002, eSwitch Payment System 2008. Then came the mobile money transactions in 2009, which has since become the bank for millions of unbanked in Ghana. Other payment solutions like Automated Clearinghouse, GH-Link, credit and proprietary debit cards, prepaid cards have all made doing business in Ghana a lot easier. Digital evolution and innovations have made the world bigger, and the internet of how we do things has brought us convenience. Global conferences, fairs, meetings are now done with ease digitally via tabs, laptops, and smartphones. Rides, food orders, shopping, paying bills or utilities, and a whole lot more being done with just a click, thanks to digital innovations. It gets digitally amazing every day. The world is in a digital space, and Ghana is geared to escalate our digital innovations and transformation agenda. Digital innovations is the future, and Ghana is digital ready. Are you? See you at GDIW 2021 to learn more about how you can transform your business digitally.
And it's for this reason we meet here at the Maiden Ghana Digital and Innovation Week, the initiative of the Vice President's Office in collaboration with GIZ on behalf of the government of Germany. Just gone by were remarks from Their Excellencies, the German Ambassador, the Israeli Ambassador, the Managing Director for Kigali Innovation Center, who delivered a very thought-provoking keynote address, ministers from the Ministries of Innovation, Science and Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, I beg your pardon, and Communications Digitalization have also rendered their remarks. It now falls to the man who leads this nation digitally and has expanded the frontiers of digital innovation during these 5 years to the admiration of all of us. Would you please make welcome our guest of honor, the Vice President of the Republic, His Excellency, Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia.
Thank you very much. Please take your seats. Thank you. The Honorable Dr. Kweku Afriyie, Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. Honorable Ama Poma Boateng, Deputy Minister of Communications and Digitalization. Honorable Herbert Krapper, Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry. Your Excellency, Stephanie Sullivan, U.S. Ambassador to Ghana. His Excellency, Daniel Krul, German Ambassador to Ghana. Her Excellency, Shlomit Sufa, Israeli Ambassador to Ghana. Her Excellency, the Canadian Ambassador to Ghana as well. The Managing Director of the Kigali Innovation City, Tessie Rusagara. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor that I welcome you to the official opening of Ghana's first Digital Innovation Week. This is really historic, and it has been a long journey to get here. Of course, when you think about digitalization on the one hand and innovation, we've known in the field of economics that the difference between countries that grow and countries that don't, countries that are richer and countries that are poorer, fundamentally the data or the empirical evidence puts it largely to technology, to innovation. Countries that innovate, countries that are technologically superior are those that end up climbing up the ladder of economic development. So when we came into office in 2017, it was very clear to us that the path of digitalization and innovation was very important for Ghana. So I assembled a team of the local tech industry, and we went to the world's mecca for technology and innovation, which is Silicon Valley. We were in San Francisco with a whole team, local team, to look at where we were, the frontiers of technology. And we were focusing at that time on digital technology. It was during that Silicon Valley trip, for example, that we met Zipline, which who were already in Rwanda, and we brought them home. But we came back and we focused on the digitalization agenda, and we've made major strides in that area. And one of the things that is very clear in this journey that Ghana has been on in the last 5 years is how much local talent that we have, the skills domestically in the area of IT and innovation is very remarkable. And so last year, we started talking about what next. Of course, we've seen a lot of focus on digitalization, but we thought that the innovation part we weren't paying as much attention to. Innovation was happening, but it was largely in silos, and we didn't really have an ecosystem. And we needed to build this ecosystem. And this is where the discussions with Israel and Germany, the GIZ, came together. So let me begin, in having this week, let me begin by commending all the stakeholders who have committed resources and worked tirelessly to organize this event. I'd like to congratulate the Ministry of Communications and Digitalization, the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, the Ministry of Trade and Industry, the Accra Digital Center, the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, the Ghana Chamber of Technology, Ashesi University, University of Ghana, Ghana Hubs Network, Mashav, and GIZ. More than a planning committee, this group is becoming an innovation task force that will support the digital innovation ecosystem to follow up on the priorities and agreements reached during this Ghana Digital Innovation Week. I see a continued need to uphold the collaborative nature of this partnership if this is to become an annual event. And I fully expect that it will be an annual event going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, when I say ecosystem, I am referring to the entrepreneurs, investors, researchers, university faculties, venture capitalists, as well as other technical service providers, such as accountants, designers, manufacturers, and providers of skills training and professional development. I am glad to see representation from all of the above groups and actors. Another way to look at the ecosystem are the policymakers, legislators, the regulators, the infrastructure builders, that is the pillars of digitization on the one hand. On the other hand are those, including myself, very interested in the development of the tools and instruments of digitalization, that is the enablers of digitalization in transforming the economy, in the innovations from the factory to the offices, in revenue mobilization, in curbing bribery and corruption, and in the efficient delivery of public services. The leadership and efficient organization of the industry is rightfully resident in the Ministry of Communication and Digitalization, and it's necessary for the successful digital transformation of the economy through its numerous applications. And when it comes to innovation, of course, we will look to the Ministry of Environment, Technology, Science, and Innovation. This Ghana Digital Innovation Week will serve as a platform to discuss and define a common national vision that drives digital innovation and generates wide interest and prompts concrete actions in the policy, legislative, regulatory spaces, and the needed hard infrastructure. Furthermore, let us use this opportunity to highlight our nation's achievements in the digital innovation ecosystem and lead the conversation on how best Ghana can position itself to drive its development agenda through inclusive and collaborative stakeholder participation in the ecosystem. It is through an open, inclusive, and participatory process where the voices of all can be heard in crafting Ghana's digital future and unleash the true potential that innovation holds. As I outlined in my lecture at Ashesi University a few weeks ago, government is committed to transforming Ghana through digitalization. A vibrant modern Ghana can only be built if strong institutions and systems are in place. Without these, this nation will be stuck in a vicious cycle of rhetoric and underdevelopment. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me that the COVID-19 pandemic presented many challenges. Empirical evidence indicates that it slowed down economic growth and stalled development of many economies, including Ghana. But it also taught us many lessons. One major lesson is that to rebuild our post-pandemic economy, there is an urgent need of investing in innovative technology to leapfrog the obstacles to inclusive development. There is perhaps no more important development revolution facing us now than the fast approaching digitization and leveraging of technology to develop our country. The opportunities to leverage technology for accelerated and inclusive development had never been so tangible. This is the time to take a critical look at our innovations and the digital transformation journey and feed our reflections and ambitions into a shared vision. Ladies and gentlemen, let me emphasize that to achieve this inclusive and accelerated development, all stakeholders must work together in order to grow Ghana and African countries' innovation and ecosystems. Tapping into the experience, expertise, and networks of all countries, particularly our Pan-African brothers and sisters, will not only offer us a wealth of lessons and insights, but will also help us build effective, collaborative innovation ecosystems. Indeed, this Ghana Digital Innovation Week is the outcome of the trilateral cooperation between Ghana, Germany, and Israel on innovation and development. Hand in hand with our partners, we shall continue to nurture our local innovation ecosystems and establish connections with the ecosystems abroad. Innovation sees no boundaries, but for us to explore its full potential, we must join hands within our local ecosystems and also across innovation ecosystems in Africa and elsewhere to strengthen our foundations and accelerate innovations. And it is because of this that government has taken the decision that we need a technology park, a technology and innovation park in Ghana. We have been talking to partners. We've sent a team out to Israel to take a look at what they have been doing in this area. We've seen what Rwanda is doing. But our vision is to establish Ghana as the tech and innovation hub in West Africa to start with, and then we will take it from there. We want all the global players to come and be part of this technology park that we want to build. And this is why, Stephanie, you've got to hook us up with all the global players. And we're talking to Israel and Germany because we've got to build this tech and innovation park. As I conclude, let us challenge ourselves today to think outside the box. Let us dare ourselves in the small and the large. Be creative, be innovative. Let us use this week to reimagine Ghana's digital future. Let us raise our voices, share our perspectives, and work together towards a common vision of a vibrant local digital economy. The digital landscape of our economies is evolving. The fourth industrial revolution is upon us, and Ghana must be part of the modern world. On this note, I declare that Ghana's first Digital Innovation Week officially open. Let this be the first of many fruitful cross-sectoral gatherings to celebrate and advance Ghana's promising digital journey. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. Thank you for your attention, ladies and gentlemen.
The Vice President of the Republic, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. You can't do this sitting down, can you?
Wow. What an impression you've made on us, Your Excellency the Vice President. Please be seated. We thank you for those very thoughtful remarks calling us to innovate, create, reimagine Ghana's digital future, amongst many other things. One thing that strikes me is the convergence of thought that flows through all the submissions that have come thus far. Particularly striking is the fact that our future should be Pan-African and we must own it. And that, for me, is key. Mr. Vice President, I know that your time is very, 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 very far-stretched and you have other things to do. Let me just apprise you of a few things that we're going to do after you've departed from our midst. We're going to have a very robust conversation on executing the digital transformation agenda, optimal pathways, and key drivers. After which we shall have a topical presentation on co-creating Ghana's digital transformation on a robust national digital architecture. We shall have a topical presentation also on the STI policy, very in-depth. And finally, we shall have a panel discussion also on building partnerships for digital innovations and the InnoHub Foundation. We shall talk about Industry 4.0 and the future of jobs, a conversation on AFTA, but most importantly, an innovation ecosystem assessment and the GDIW assessment. If you would like to stay with us, we'll be glad. But we know you have to attend to other things. So exhibitors, please take your place. Mr. Vice President, respectfully, I invite you, together with the members of the front, please proceed to the front for a group photograph. A round of applause as they come. And while they're at that, allow me to acknowledge my co-MC who will take us through the second leg of today's engagement, Madame Emilia K. Ennison, a development communications expert, and our moderator for the next session. Emilia, what's the face of the next conversation?
It's going to be very exciting, Jerry. We have a couple of industry players who are going to be sharing some of their plans for Ghana's digital innovation. Yes, very exciting. So we are asking that you stick and stay.
Okay. To this end, I ask that we all rise and give to the Vice President his salute. Bless you, the Vice President of the Republic. May God bless GDIW and may God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.